Well, here we are on the inside. Let's see what this does. I loaded the wrong one. That was my bad. That was my bad, chat. That's my bad. All right. So we got to give that to Sturgis, but I don't think we should leave. I think we should just go explore. Hello, Father?
I wonder
Son?
if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under
My son
guidance.
is known as the Father.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
This is one cool elevator. So if you didn't already know, spoiler alert, the Father is our son. I know it's weird. I know it's weird, but some time has
I
passed.
can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
I'm coming to see the Father with blood all over my
Welcome to the
jacket.
Institute.
Why didn't y'all tell me?
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground.
Wow, we're going
Someday,
deep.
perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Yep, we are. And we're about to meet him face to face many, many years later. Excuse me.
Sean?
Hello?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Is it really you?
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
I'm your mom.
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
We're leaving this place. Together. Okay? Okay, Sean?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Open the door.
Sean! Open the door.
Open the door.
Go away! Father!
Open the
Father, help me!
door.
There's someone here! Help me!
Help, help. Stranger.
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Excuse me. Are you the Father?
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand.
Yeah.
We're only
I
just now
understood.
beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges.
What was your first
Let's
clue? The
start
blood on the
anew.
jacket?
I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. This is insane.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Please try to help me understand this.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I'm sorry, you lost me.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
So much time has passed.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Tell me more about the Institute.
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
I need your help.
They need your help, Sean.
They need your help.
It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government.
Oh, remind me of
It ended
when?
in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
tell me what about your father? He never got to see you grow up, man.
To see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So,
No,
I am
Kellogg.
doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you do.
I'm glad we see it the same way. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
We're kind of talking in circles here, so I've heard
I
enough.
think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
I want to help everyone, but I can't stay here.
You want me to stay here in the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground.
I agree.
You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I agree. But I can't just leave everyone else.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I don't know what to do here, chat. What did you do in this situation? Are you sure you don't know?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
I don't know.
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Okay. So we've met our son, who is now called the Father. I knew who he was, but maybe you didn't. But this is our dear son, who was kidnapped by the Institute to be raised by the Institute. Weird, huh? This is a synth named Sean that they used my son's DNA to create. Messed up, huh? It is a nice place you have here, and I know that I would be a lot safer here, but all the other people below, we can't stop thinking about the Commonwealth. We can't.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, Doctor.
I don't know.
They weren't kidding.
Most of them
really
have lasted
are here.
long past their
Well,
projected
all right.
life.
Excuse me, could you be quiet? She's speaking.
They were built
You
pretty
can think
well.
of me as the
Be quiet.
Institute's chief
We're all
engineer.
looking forward
When
to
Father
working
told us
together.
about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
My will to
I
survive.
guess I just wasn't ready to die yet.
That's understandable. The will to survive is the most basic human instinct. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward.
Awesome.
As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
No, I'm just looking. I'm window shopping. You know, I don't really know what I'm going to do just yet, but...
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
That was kind of snooty. I mean, there's some things up topside that's also very sensitive too, so... Whatever. So who built this?
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here
Who
long?
built
The
this
construction of
city?
the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories.
Oh.
It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
That's a
Thanks
cool
again.
synth.
Of course. Hello.
Hi,
Can I speak with you?
Dr. Fillmore.
Hi there. Something I can help you with?
No, I was talking to the Strider. But, okay. Can you tell me about the division personnel?
I'd like to know about the people in your division.
Of course. Dr. Lawrence Higgs is our mechanical engineer. He oversees the major life support and security systems. Power distribution is Dr. Evan Watson's area of expertise, and Dr. Newton Oberly is in charge of food and housing. He coordinates with bioscience to ensure that our meals are balanced for optimal nutrition. We also make use of a number of synth units for low-priority maintenance and labor.
Oh, right on. I wasn't
Fillmore.
done talking to you, Dr. Fillmore. Could you please tell me about your power
It
needs?
must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
Oh, I can only imagine. Okay, so we met Dr. Fillmore. Let's go over here to the bioscience and meet the doctor. This looks like a cool place. Like, they have plants. I like plants. Excuse
Dr.
me.
Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Sure, I must have missed it.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's
Wow,
remarkable
there's some
that a
nice
child
plants
can
you got
survive for
growing
so
in
long
here.
there, don't you think?
Hydroponics, groovy.
I try not to think.
Doctor?
There's still people,
Welcome.
and there's
Excuse
Good
me.
to have you here.
We
Dr.
can at least
Clayton
admit
Holder,
that it's regrettable.
head of the
Shut up,
bioscience.
After
Isaac.
I can't
How
wait
can we
for you
hope
to
to
see the work we're
redefine
doing.
mankind if we
It's
can't
truly
even
amazing.
hold on to our own humanity?
Oh, the chaos of why two people have to talk at the same time. But I'm sorry. What were you
I
saying?
look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You
What?
probably saw the gorillas.
No.
They're really just a pet project at
Haven't.
this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
But I'll look. That is freaking amazing.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'd fit in here.
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a place for me here?
Even if science isn't your passion, there are plenty of ways to contribute. Our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on the surface to observe and gather information.
No, I could do
From what
that.
I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful.
I think so.
I think you'd be ideal for that kind of role.
Well, thank
In any
you.
case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around.
Of course.
Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Synth gorillas? What do you mean?
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were a success. Their behavior does generally match what our historical data says it should be. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks.
Uh-oh.
The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong.
Of course.
They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers.
Uh-huh.
So now we keep them in an isolated habitat. Where
I'm
they
not
can
laughing at the
safely
situation,
observe.
but that's pretty messed up. I mean, sounds like you got your work cut out for you, sir. I want to see this gorilla. Can you point us in the direction of the gorillas? There's a lab. Let's see. Here's a door. I bet I can unlock it.
I'm through.
Mm-hmm. Deactivate laser grid. We need to see what's in there, chat. But first we gotta go see the gorillas.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
What? They look
here.
very scary.
Made it.
You expect that glass to hold them back when they're
I
angry?
can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
No. I mean, it could be a nightmare. You wouldn't make it up there. I can see why you was in a vault, but... Magnificent specimens you have there. Pretty cool. So let's go see what's over here. While that guy is distracted. We're going to get kicked out before we ever were. Well, we were already invited to stay here, but before we even decided, we're going to get kicked out because we're going somewhere we shouldn't. What do we have here? I think we might have came into the right room, chat. So we were looking for Virgil a serum. And I think we might be on the right path. Subject status. So many subjects. Discarded, deceased, tagged and discarded, terminated, rapid decline in mental capacity, anomalous physical results, rapid excessive physical growth, aggression far above normal, terminated. Terminated. Subject unintentionally terminated during incident V. Data should be culled from future reports. That sounds suspicious. And there was a female. Subject unintentionally terminated during the incident V. Data should be culled from the future results. So there are 2 of them. So after wandering around 2 times, it's right here. As you walk inside of this room, go to your left. Here's Virgil's serum. Very nicely done.